Take a moment to think back of when the last time you played BeamNG.drive was. Could have been today, a few weeks ago, years ago, or maybe you've never even played. What exactly am I trying to get out here? Well, no matter how many hours you may have in a video game, attention to detail is crucial either way, and some of us tend to notice more than others. If you're like me, and you feel as if BeamNG has excluded certain features for whatever reasons possible, but truly wish they were incorporated into the game, you're definitely not alone. These features could highly improve the realism of BeamNG, and who knows, some of these factors I'm about to list may already be in development. We have already seen a very advanced and impressive sneak peek of BeamNG's tire physics development process, which applies to the reality of vehicle simulation. One of the most sought-after features, which of course I must include first off, is the ability to obtain a dirty car, whether this being from rock crawling, rolling around in some dirt, dipping your vehicle in mud, or just tumbling down a mountain. How cool would it be to see this car covered in sand after this intense rollover accident? Maybe sometime sooner or later. I do know that there are a few vehicle configurations which apply a dirty look to the car itself. But obviously, that isn't the same thing if you ask me. In order to expand upon this feature, I took something in which the body takes up a large portion of the vehicle, getting ready to send it off this hill, which by the way, if you haven't noticed already, is full of dirt. Launching it off, a lot of debris is obviously flying up in the air, but it's clean as a whistle. Moving on to the second feature, which involves vehicle fluids actually being able to leak from the engine on impact, such as coolant, oil, and more. As we see in this crash test, it is quite severe, yet no fluids are leaked. The top left of the screen would say engine oil leaking and other factors like that, yet we would not physically be able to see it. As the car drives down the same tunnel for a recap with the same force of a crash, what I had mentioned earlier obviously does not happen. This would be a very unique and cool feature, but could potentially affect performance of a device, depending on the quality of the addition. I surely don't doubt the BeamNG developer team, since we've seen very awesome stuff before. Speaking of awesome stuff, wouldn't it be cool to have scratches exist within and around the body of the vehicle, depending on the situation? Scraping this car against the wall will obviously not create any scratch marks at all. Take Grand Theft Auto 5 for example. Although they aren't perfect, they demonstrate quite well how these marks are caused, and get the job done. If you notice the marks more specifically, the vehicle paint has worn off, which obviously makes a lot of sense. Here, I had to choose a map which I was able to easily attempt and scrape the body of the car. That's why all these guardrails on the right are here. Veering the car all the way to the right, you can actually see tiny sparks, which are supposed to represent scratches. There they are flying up in the air. But pulling the car away, there just isn't anything. Why is this not a thing yet? It's the little features like these which could make BeamNG.drive pop, and I'm all for it. For now, I guess, enjoy your scratchless car. It's definitely gonna be a thing sooner or later. I got a question for you. Would you say that it's quite dark out here? Yeah. Too dark? Yep. That brings me to the next feature, being fully enhanced lights within vanilla BeamNG maps. Keep in mind, I'm even using enhanced contrast mode. Sure, streetlights do exist already, but come with a small issue. They are poorly lit and only cover valid roads. With headlights off here, you can't even see anything. Other insignificant buildings such as gas stations are also dimly lit. For example, I'm going to use Grand Theft Auto 5 as another example. Here's the majority of BeamNG's West Coast USA during midnight. Now, here's GTA 5 also during midnight. Pretty much all of the buildings shown are lit up through a variety of different windows, signs, and more. Sure, there's some lights here, but does it really count? Yes, referring to the use of mods, there are some maps which offer dynamic lights such as these. Yet this video is supposed to represent potential vanilla features for BeamNG.drive. It just gets way too dark in certain areas of the maps, providing little vision and a gloomy vibe. I mean, just look at how vibrant it is during the day. Luscious grass, clear sky, dirty dirt. I typically don't play BeamNG.drive in the nighttime setting, unless I have a mod map with a lot of nice lights. This may be too bright, sort of starting to hurt my eyes, but at least the visual representation is still sort of nice. And speaking of visual representation, that's gonna bring me into the final wanted feature. Yet another desired feature which involves lively in-game aspects, contributing to graphics and realism, independent weather, and a time cycle. I have a lot to say about this one, so stay with me now. Imagine driving around in BeamNG, whether being calm or chaotic, and it suddenly starts to slowly turn misty and dark, with a hint of rain. Although we have the world editor to manually enable rain, not only is it annoying to produce, but it doesn't feel like rain once you actually look at it. Yo, what happened here? Plus, I completely forgot how to enable rain either way. The ability for BeamNG.drive to have a day and night cycle, along with naturally occurring weather events, would be a unique and amazing factor. Picture snow falling, making the entire map subtly transforming into a place which is covered in snow, resulting in a slippery land consisting of difficulty controlling your vehicle without snow tires, along with the AI traffic. Mentioning mods yet again, there are maps which have wet or icy roads along with some rain, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm going to say next at this point, but I'll say it again. This video isn't covering mods. This map not only comes with its own rain, but also wet and slippery roads. This is what the world editor rain looks like. It can get a little bit laggy, which is probably the main issue with dynamic weather in BeamNG, but it does look pretty beautiful. I don't know, maybe some of these features will come to life. Well, in BeamNG, that's for starters. To be fair, I probably missed a few desired features. This was all I had to say about it.